Handoff news conference where we will pass the torch from the Bay Area Host Committee to New Orleans. To get the press conference started, I'd like to welcome to the stage the Executive Director of the College Football Playoff, Mr. Bill Hancock.
Thank you, Tony. Hey, everybody. I want to thank everybody for being here this morning. Thank you for being here this weekend. It has been a remarkable weekend for college football and also for the Bay Area. I want to start off and talk about the CFP Foundation. No community has ever worked harder for the benefit of the foundation. Through the dedication of Patricia Ernstrom and her staff, and particularly Jesse Lovejoy from the 49ers, really remarkable EDU program. They've just done a great job for teachers all around this area. If you're not familiar with the 49ers EDU program, you should get familiar because it's one of the special activities that happens not only in this area, but in the country for teachers. And I think this was especially brought forward last night, exemplified by the fact that over just a few days, we were able to raise more than $200,000 to benefit teachers and schools in Butte County. Pretty darn remarkable. I think we're all going to remember last night's game for Clemson's great victory, and so happy for them, and congratulations to them. But I think we can also be grateful for the effects that the CFP and 49ers have had on teachers in this area. There's nothing more important in our country and for the future of our country than K through 12 education. And we're very proud of what our foundation has done in that regard. Let me switch gears here a little bit and talk about the great job that the people in the Bay Area did to host the CFP championship game. It's only been the 3 short years and a few months since they were announced as host of this event, and I can say that we have enjoyed every single day of working with them. They did a remarkable job, and this weekend has been a great success. College football has come to know the Bay Area, and the Bay Area has come to know championship college football in a very good way, and we're very proud of those. I hate to start naming names. You always get in trouble when you do that, but you never get in trouble when you start with the leadership of Al Guido. Al's president of the San Francisco 49ers. Many of you know him, one of the most remarkable leaders in our sports industry in America. Good guy besides, smart guy, works hard, dedicated, does it right in every single way. Every single aspect of this event was done right, and that's because of Al's leadership. And the best thing Al did was to bring Patricia Ernstrom on board. Patricia has a heart and soul of a giant. She is was committed to our event, is committed to everything she does. And we very much enjoyed working with her. She was there hand in glove with us every step of the way. And Patricia, you'll get to meet her later. I want to thank you very much. I also want to give a heartfelt thanks to the public safety folks here in the cities of Santa Clara and San Jose. Police, fire, civil servants, all across the board did a great job with hosting this event. It's not an easy thing to do. New people come to your city. They don't know their way around. They can't find their way to Taco Bell. And so all the public safety people lined up to greet them and to more so make them safe for the weekend. And we've had just a remarkable weekend. I would say also the transformation of downtown San Jose has been terrific. I first came here for an NCAA basketball tournament 20 years ago, and I've had the special opportunity to see what's happened in this community since then, and also the special opportunity to see the transformation of downtown over the last month as they created the quad and just the whole championship campus area. So congratulations to Patricia and Al and all their colleagues for making everything happen downtown. And I'd be remiss if I don't mention Jim Mercurio and his staff at Levi Stadium. There's none better. Folks in this area do not take Jim and his folks for granted because they do a great job. And these major events come here in large part because of the stadium, and it's a great facility, but it is also extremely well managed. So thank you very much. And now to help us with the transition from the Bay Area to New Orleans, I'd like to welcome to the stage my friend and colleague, and my friend for life and colleague for life, Al Guido. Thank you.
I'm not as tall as Bill. Bill, I can't thank you enough for those comments. This week capped off an incredible year of planning. So I want to thank everybody at the CFP, the two teams, Clemson and Alabama, the 49ers, and especially our Bay Area host committee. All of our local partners for their efforts in hosting a thrilling college football national championship. I want to offer some perspective as to the importance of what this team accomplished. This team was responsible for hosting tens of thousands of visitors, filling every hotel in downtown San Jose, with guests walking from San Pedro Square to Discovery Meadow. This team raised over $20 million, created the Bay Area Host Committee for future events, transformed the nation's 10th largest city into a college campus, and officially ushered in a new era of tourism and entertainment to Silicon Valley. The economic impact of the event will be in the hundreds of millions, employing 10,000 individuals and accounting for 375,000 hours of labor. That impact is felt by local businesses, nonprofits, trade organizations, and public entities. More importantly, as Bill mentioned, the work of this team led to a $1 million plus contribution for comprehensive educational support, impacting over 1,000 teachers and 55,000 students. Lastly, we all couldn't do this without Jed York and the York family. They built Levi's Stadium with a promise of bringing marquee events back to the Bay Area, to serve as an economic engine for the region and to use the platform provided to benefit our community. I look forward to our next adventures that will be led by the wonderful and extremely talented Patricia Ernstrom, and I'd like to bring her to the stage. Thank you very much.
Good morning. Hard to believe that it is now the day after the game. We went back to our office this morning and our countdown clock is at 0, and it just stopped. And so we're here today to pass along to the next great city and community that's going to have the opportunity to host the national championship. But before we do, I just want to express my gratitude to Bill and to the entire college football playoff community and team. It really has been an extraordinary experience, and it is a great honor and a privilege to have had the opportunity to host the College Football Playoff National Championship in this market. I'd also like to spend some time thanking our local partners, both the cities of San Jose and Santa Clara, for really stepping up. San Jose in particular for transforming itself, as Al talked about, into the championship campus. It was a big lift. It was nothing like this had been done before in San Jose, but everybody really came together in an extraordinary way to make that happen. I'd also like to thank our community partners of Team San Jose, the San Jose Sports Authority, the San Jose Downtown Association, the Santa Clara Convention Center, and so many others who really stepped up to make this week possible. Many of you had the opportunity to interact with our volunteer ambassadors, which they were extraordinary, the enthusiasm, the hospitality, and the commitment that they had, and the thousands and thousands of hours that they put in to welcome the terrific fans from both Alabama and Clemson, as well as folks from around the Bay Area. So a special shout out to them. I'd like to thank the extraordinary staff and team, not only that work day in and day out and tirelessly, who are here today from the Bay Area Host Committee, but again, the entire team at Levi's Stadium and throughout the 49ers, without whom this would not be possible. I'd like to thank again the 49ers and the York family and the entire Bay Area Host Committee Board of Directors. Our community is incredibly grateful, and we as staff are incredibly grateful. While Mother Nature provided us some much needed rain this weekend, the weather didn't dampen the excitement and the spirit of fans who came out to celebrate. And I do think that Mother Nature is a college football fan, because yesterday the skies parted and it was a spectacular, spectacular day at Levi's Stadium. The entire country got to witness what we all know is so special about Northern California. This has been an unparalleled experience for me, both personally and professionally, to work with this great staff, with Bill, with Al. And so today is a bittersweet day because now we get to pass the baton and pass the honor of hosting on to Rod West. And I'd like to bring him up, the president of the All-State Sugar Bowl, as we transition from the Bay Area to New Orleans. We have the tradition of passing the sticker. All right, so as we conclude hosting the Bay Area, we add to the great other communities. Put that on there. Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's yours. We look forward to coming next year and celebrating with you again.
Game on.
Thank you. Game on.
Good morning, everyone. I'd first like to congratulate the Bay Area Host Committee for hosting a world-class college football national championship. Coming from the city of New Orleans, we know what it's like to host these types of events, and to everyone, all the stakeholders in the Bay Area, we want to congratulate you on a job well done. So now we are officially approximately 370 days away from welcoming back college football fans and the two best college football teams to the Big Easy. The 2020 College Football Playoff National Championship game will mark the 29th time that New Orleans has hosted a college football national champion, more than any other city in the last 85 years. And the Sugar Bowl has proudly hosted 6 national championship games and 2 BCS championship games since 1979. The 2020 game will be in addition to the annual All-State Sugar Bowl Classic that will be played in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome on January 1st, 2020. And the Sugar Bowl Committee is proud to continue to be one of the January 6 bowls. The Sugar Bowl organization has collaborated with the Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation. We know that Jay Cicero and Paul Valtor are here. SMG, the management company of the Mercedes-Benz Superdome, the New Orleans Saints, the Ernest N. Morial New Orleans Convention Center, New Orleans and Company, and the New Orleans Tourism and Marketing Corporation to host the College Football Playoff National Championship game in 2020. These organizations have previously collaborated to successfully host other events such as the 2012 NCAA Men's Final Four and the 2013 NCAA Women's Final Four. New Orleans has time and time again proved it is well suited to host the prestigious events such as this, and the magnitude and the resources that's necessary, the energy, the enthusiasm to create a successful hosting event like our friends in the Bay Area. We want to thank the state of Louisiana and the city of New Orleans. I know that Mayor Cantrell is not here, but her chief of staff, John Pushaw, is here. I know I saw him earlier. Thank them for being here. But to thank those municipal and state entities who provide the infrastructure for us to be able to host the game in 2020. I'd also like to recognize my colleague at the Sugar Bowl, Monique Morial, who will succeed me as president. My term will end in February, but when this game comes to New Orleans, she will be the president of the Sugar Bowl and certainly one of the many leaders and contributors. So we're well known in New Orleans for providing a welcoming experience like no other in the country. We take great pride in making guests feel right at home. And as all of you know, we hope from past experience, we know how to throw one heck of a party.
Before we conclude today's press conference, I'd like to bring back up our speakers for a quick photo op. So if we can have Bill, Patricia, Al, and Rod come back up, please. This way? Okay. Okay, that concludes today's news conference. Our speakers are now available for one-on-one interviews off stage. Thank you.